Perfect. Let's see. Let me get on over here. Alrighty. Feel nice and acuerdo. Oh, that's right. These don't work. This don't work till I hit this button right here. Bam. Now we're live on the gram. And let's see. I gotta wait for it to pull up over here. What's happening, everybody? If you're here, say a little something. If you're not, that's cool. You might be noticing. We're going live over here, up in here. Oh, y'all might not be able to hear me good. Let me say. It's a little bit different this time around because I'm back home in Orlando. That's right. Back where it all began. The homestead. Came out here, had some family stuff pop off. Everything is good. Spoilers, everything is good. Thank the Lord. But I'm going to be out here for a few more days. I actually managed to... now, look, we're going to yap about a bunch of stuff. And let me see. I'm going to probably try to pop this off, maybe. And let me know if it's looking good, if it's running good, if it's not. Everything is good. Spoilers. Let's see. Spoilers, everything is good. Thank the Lord. But I'm going to be out here for a few more days. Take the AirPod out. Let's see if that sounds with the AirPod out. Now, look, we're going to yap about a bunch of stuff. And let me see. I'm going to probably try to pop this off, maybe. And let me know if it's looking good, if it's running good, if it's not. Everything is good. Spoilers. Take the AirPod out. Let's see if that sounds with the AirPod out. Okay, let's see. Difficult to balance all these. I got voices coming from somewhere and I can't discernify, but we'll mute that. And hey, maybe we can mute this. Normally I'd be coming off of the normally I use the mic from the mic from my gaming headset, but I don't have any of my gaming gear with me. Uh-oh. Ha boy, I see you. I see you in here. Ha boy 1. You already know what it is. Man, been a minute. I know. I've not streamed in a while, team. But that is, I flew out to Orlando, Florida for some family stuff that popped up. Everything was good. So I'm real glad to be here, but I ain't got none of my video games stuff. I ain't got my PlayStation with me. I'm going to be heading home soon. So we'll be back to gaming soon, and I got some other stuff I want to bring up. Excuse me. I want to start doing once I get back to the crib and get back in my... Get back in my flow, so to speak. Anyway, it's funny, I haven't streamed in a while, so it's nice and nut manel. Alrighty. Okay, that's a Nutman. Because is that how you spell? Is it Nutmanuel? I feel like that's not how you spell Manuel. I think there's like a U in Manuel. Anyway, guys, what's been popping? Huh? How y'all doing? I spent all day doing my hair, and now I don't even like how it looks. Taking care, man, I tell you. We nice. Okay. Also, let me know what y'all are thinking. I'm trying out some different things for this stream. All right, we're not gonna stream for too long because I feel nice and awkward. But yeah. So first and foremost, oh yeah, let me finish my thought. This one's gonna feel weird. Alrighty. Because I'm in the office at my dad's house, streaming from here. Finally got a chance to just sit down and get something done. And I spent all day trying to get stuff set up, but then overthinking it and just alrighty. So bear with me if this one feels a little bit weird. If anybody hops in on the YouTube, says we got 2 people in there, Says we got 2 people on YouTube. All right. If you're over there, say what's up, say what's good. Because I know I was building up. I had like 12 people each time I was streaming when I was playing Hollow Knight a couple weeks ago. So I felt bad that I've been gone. I was like, no, I worked so hard. And now, but here's what we do up in here. This is a Laforatory. All right. This is the lab for the laughs. I forgot to put that in the caption for YouTube, but it is in the caption for this live if you go on Instagram. Okay, so he making it happen. What do we do up in here? That's a great question, person that did not ask that. Well, we just work on jokes. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, but first, it's Black History Month, so I want to start. I remembered how my Black History Month started. I think it had to be 2022. I think it was 2022. It's related to stand-up comedy, so I think I just wanted to let's open with a bit of a story time. Who likes a story time? Am I right, guys? Let me see. Mess with this a little bit. It's not bad. There's a lamp on here which is hard white pause, and it doesn't work quite well with my skin tone. That would work a little bit better, but let's see. Kind of negligible. It don't really make enough of a difference. Again, we're working with some different gear this time around. Funny story, this light that I'm actually using belongs to one of my best friends. We had a podcast for a little while. He brought his light here, and we were setting stuff up in the downstairs living room. And then life changed, and I just still have it. So I gotta try and get this light to him while I'm in town. But if you're here in Orlando, alrighty, I actually just got added onto a show. I'll be performing at the Funny Bone. That is the big club in Orlando. Yeah. I don't think there's another A-room comedy club in Orlando, Florida. There's ones elsewhere, but I think it's the A-room here. Anyway, I'm performing there. Alrighty. Show's at 6 o'clock, I believe. Funny Bone. Point Orlando this Thursday. Your boy's going to be featuring or hosting. They're not entirely sure what they're going to need me to do, but as long as they pay me, I'll be fine with it. All right. But yeah. Here we go. Let's see who we got up in here. It says we got one person watching on YouTube. We got one person watching. Now you might be noticing I'm not on Twitch today. It's because so many extra steps, and it's not too many, but it's not a lot, but it's too many for me to get the stream to obey me. To get the stream to obey me on Twitch, I got to go in there and change the name and all that crap. Anyway, so all right, random, I know, but this is so okay. Story time. Here in Orlando, right downtown Orlando on Orange Ave. There's this Jamaican restaurant. There's this Jamaican spot. Jammin'. That's the name of it. I wasn't going to say the name because I couldn't remember, but then I remembered. Anyway, so there's this place called Jammin', right? I used to go there for their open mic. I think they used to do it on Mondays. I would go to that open mic and bomb. I will bomb my lights out week after week after week. It was a bunch of young kids, and it was a all arts open mic, so you get poets and you get rappers, and no matter what, I would bomb. I remember one time I went up there, dude, it was so bad. I went up, and there was this dude sitting in the front of the place. It's this restaurant. You're in the side of the restaurant. I'm bombing. I think there's video of this too, because I record most of my sets. So if I dug deep, it's probably my old phone. I could probably find the video this night. Anyway, so I'm doing my set. I'm bombing. It's not going good. There's barely anybody there too, which makes it suck even more. Kinda. Because it's does it suck? Is it worse to bomb in front of no one? or bomb in a room that's hot. Side note, because I'm thinking about it, it is way worse to bomb in a room that's hot, because then you know it's you. Like if you perform, and this is hot take, all right, and I feel like some comedians, like some people have beef with this idea. I hate when comics always blame themselves. I hate when comics will be like, "Oh, dude, I bombed," but they went up and like performed at a Klan rally. It's like, yeah, they didn't. That wasn't the crowd for you. That crowd didn't want you to do well. So that's different. Now, to me, a bomb, an actual bomb, is when you go up, other people do well, and you do bad. Because then you know it's not the crowd. It's a great crowd. It's not the other comics, because the other comics did good. You fumbled a hot room. That, ooh, oh, I can't live with. Oh, it's terrible. When you fumble a hot room, a good room with a good crowd, and you bomb, and you know it's you, awful. So, I be going to jamming all the time, right? I go to jamming a whole bunch. I'm bombing. I bomb my lights out. To this day, I don't know why. Eventually, I started going to jamming and just started doing good. Like I was killing. I think it had to do something with the energy I was bringing and what I was hitting the stage with. I think I was approaching it feeling better, which then made my performance go better. Because one of the things about comedy, they're going to feel what you feel. So if you have fun, the audience is going to have fun. If you're not having fun, they're not going to have fun. And I'll probably get into it later, but I think that's one of the things that makes comedy so special, dude. It's one of the only art forms where authenticity is truly a benefit to you. Because the more honest you are with your audience, the more you're giving them what I think they go to comedy for. If you want to watch somebody play a character, you go see a movie, right? But when people want to get something that they feel is more real, they go to a stand-up comedy show. I think that's something really important about comedy as an art form. Blah 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 blah. Wax poetic, wiggity wonkity, wiggity wonkity. I could go on forever about that. But anyway, so I'm going to jamming, and I was doing well. This might have been the first night that I did well. And when they do the movie of my life, that's probably how they'll do it, just to make it simple. So I go to jamming this one night. Okay. Oh, and I remember what it was. It was January 31st. Yep, it's January 31st. I go to jamming. And I actually do really good. I kill it. The place had a bunch of people in there. I ate down. I was like, well, hey, all right. During my set, I think the guy that was DJing, he goes, hey man, let me holler at you. I was like, oh, all right, yeah, cool. So he and I, we step outside. And I think what they got to be this January 31st, probably like 11:45. He pulls me aside and he goes, he's like, hey man, so yeah man, I saw you out there, dude. You did real good. I said, hey man, thanks bro, I appreciate it. And he's like, yeah man, I be throwing some shows and stuff. But let me get you. He's like, look, here's what we're gonna do. Let me get your Instagram because I'm gonna be doing some shows. I'd love to get you out there to have you do some comedy when I'm doing my DJing. I'm like, oh yeah. Now he's saying all this. I've heard I've heard this idea a bunch, but I could tell he was excited. So I'm not gonna ruin his excitement. But he was talking about, yeah, dude, I'm thinking of doing this thing where you're gonna have rappers, and you're gonna have comics, and you're gonna have all kinds of people doing their things, and it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, and I'm over here, I'm on cloud nine because I just not only did I do good, I did it good at a place where I normally suck. So I'm over here like, oh dude, yeah, bro, yeah, right. So we're on Orange Ave. Okay, now let's paint the picture. Orange Ave is a long road with businesses on either side. All right, we're at jamming. Jamming is at a street corner. You got the intersection, right? So you got the intersection, and jamming is right on the intersection. So we're right out here on the street. Well, on the sidewalk right by the street. As we're talking, I don't know what happens. 2 bars down, a ruckus, blah, 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 blah. And then some dude, I don't even remember what happened. Okay, so these dudes are yelling, blah, 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 blah. And this dude comes out of a bar. This dude comes out of the bar. Yeah, he's screaming, blah, blah, blah. He goes back in the bar. You hear some ruckus. Then some dude walks by with a service dog, and the service dog, I don't know what happened. The service dog get loose and busts into the club. He busts into the bar like the dog was on the clock, like he's security, like he on the clock. Next thing you know, some dude comes out the bar. Oh, he just got punched in the face, and everybody is yelling at this guy. I don't know what he did, because it's one thing to earn an ass whooping. It's another thing for everybody in the place to go, yeah, he deserved that ass whooping. Like, what did you do? I don't care. But dude stumbles out the bar, talking all this shit. He fumbles, stumbles onto this truck. The guy I'm talking to, the DJ I'm talking to goes, hey man, get off my truck. I'm like, what is happening? Everybody's yelling. They're screaming. I think a dude comes out yelling at him. They get back to squabbling. They fight. And then I think eventually the guy hit in the face, he leaves. And I'm sitting here like, I felt so bad. I never wish nothing on nobody, but I sat there, I'm talking to this DJ, and I go, you know what, man? I'm just glad they was white. Happy Black History Month. The clock hit midnight. I literally said, this is a Black History Month miracle. Like, this just, what a way to start your Black History Month, with some white dudes fist fighting at the bar 2 doors down. By the way, the place I was at, black-owned business. So the black-owned business, no beef. Everybody having a good time. We're in here listening to reggae music. We got people doing poetry here. 2 doors down, these white boys are getting motion. I loved it. I was like, this is great. What a great way to start your Black History Month. It was magnifique. I'm gonna work on telling that story more so I can actually hit these points. He got braids now. You filming Boys in the Hood too. There he is, Ray Real. I should have known you'd be here. No, I literally just did these, and I'm not gonna lie, dude. I spent like probably an hour and a half, 2 hours doing these, just because it's a protective style. I shouldn't be leaving my afro out, because that's bad for my hair. I spent like an hour and a half to 2 hours doing these, dude, and I hate them. Oh, I hate these. I used to be good at twisting my hair. I could twist. Boy, I used to twist and they would look so good. Now I gotta do it more so I can get better at it. Your audio went off. We can't hear you. Is it still off? And when did it go off and why? That's weird. Let me check my stuff. Yeah. That's weird because I didn't even hit no buttons. Hold on, don't leave. Is it still off? Let me see something. That's weird because I didn't even hit no button. Okay. It's probably, okay, thank you. It's probably my signal. My signal's weird. I'm at my dad's house. It's a little bit different. So it's probably that. Anyway, yeah. So that's how my Black History Month started. Not this year. And honestly, I'd say, you know what? Okay. We'll segue into comedy. This is an interesting technique. I don't have a word for this, but I think I'm sure someone's got a name for it. So one of the things I think is cool about comedy is that, in my opinion, it's one of the most authentic art forms. It must have been after you tried to say something to me. God blocked it. God blocked it. Wow, man. He picking favorites. He picking them bad. Over here, this man got everything. This dude got this. It should have been me. It should have been me. Anyway, segueing that story into comedy, because I just realized it's a great point of a little bit of comedy technique. I think comedy, and especially specifically stand-up comedy, is really magical because it is. I think comedy is to live performance what rap is to music, right? Because compared to their brother and sister art forms, they're perceived as the most authentic, and that's baked into the art form itself. Like the way that rap is represented, the way that it's performed gives I not even say the illusion, right? But it gives the impression that this is authentic and real. But just like with rap, Everything doesn't have to be actual factual, because the ultimate goal is to entertain. Now, unlike other art forms, right, and this is more specific to comedy, but if I think it does still relate to rap if you really think about it. What makes these, but especially with stand-up, what makes stand-up so cool compared to other art forms is the more authentic that you are, the better you get. Acting is all about how well you can play somebody else. Acting is all about how well can I play a World War II veteran, even though I'm not one, right? But comedy is all about how effectively can you give the audience your true self while still making it performance. Okay, we got a couple people just hopped in. What's happening? I see we got created by Devo LLC. Ooh, LLC. Goodness gracious. Forgive me, good sir. I would have wore my good braids. And then we got Garlo Mir. What's happening, Garlo? Jack Garlo. What was I going to say? Anyway, so yeah, comedy is all about how well can you be authentic. How well can you be authentic? How effectively can you make it a repeatable science experiment? And how can you perform these experiences in your life? I think that has a lot to do with the fact that the audience, when they go see a comedy show, it's kind of like when people listen to rap. You're not looking for the puffy, in a lot of cases, and I know in a more, recent sense, there's a lot of debate. Plus, this is all art. It's all very subjective. And this is just me, all right, how I feel about this stuff, yapping about it. But I feel like, when your audience is looking for something, the goal is to give them what they're looking for. But with comedy, you have the goal, and part of it's baked into the success of the art form that you are authentic. With other art forms, you are supposed to be somebody else. But with this one, it's the one art form where you don't have to be somebody else. It's the one where being yourself is the secret sauce, but you still make it a performance. Why does that relate to what I was saying before? It's because I just went on and yapped about that story about what happened Black History Month a few years ago, and sometimes people get a little too caught up on being honest, well, not honest, but being factual with comedy. And even for me, I kept saying I can't remember what happened. I also said that this was a couple years ago. The goal of comedy is to be funny, not to be accurate, right? So it's totally okay for me to shift around details, especially if it serves the goal of simplifying the story I'm telling and making it funnier, right? Like, it's totally, because I thought about it right after I finished it. To make this telling the story easier, it would have been easier to just say this just happened. This is how this Black History Month started. That makes it easier to tell the story I'm trying to tell. Makes it smoother to get the idea across. And we get to the real meat of it and the real point, which is make people laugh. That's the real point. Now, comedy is cool because authenticity adds to the impact. So the more true you can be, the better. And that's also why I don't think it's a good idea to lie. It's not a good idea to lie. Because number one, lies are there's no point. In this art form, there's kind of no point. This is the one where you can be honest. Right? Like, dude, when I was in college, I took a ballet class. If I was a rapper, I can't tell nobody that. Because you have to convey this idea of being cool and looking cool. So you can't talk about this time where you did something like that. You can't talk about a time that you failed, like you fumbled like an idiot. Yeah, you can. I would argue a master craftsman can. They know how, they would be able to tell those stories in a way people still connect with, right? But with comedy is an art form like literally made by people that the world typically sees as losers. It's one of the few art forms where you don't have to be attractive, you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be a winner, and you can tell people about how bad you failed, right? You can tell stories about utter failures where you looked like an idiot, and it's not going to stop you from running for office, because the whole point of comedy, number one, the ultimate goal of comedy, be funny. Period. Be funny. Everything else you do is how you prepare the dish and how you season that dish, but the ultimate goal, the food, is to be funny. Again, I know I'm saying it a lot because I'm stalling, but no, I'm not stalling. I'm just yapping. But the ultimate thing about it is that with comedy, unlike other art forms, authenticity is a benefit, right? And that's why I think that you should always go for telling true stories and simplified details if you're going to tell stories. Like, because sometimes the truth of a story is kind of complicated. If you're trying to give all the authentic, honest details, it's kind of complicated. So it's all right. It's okay to streamline stories to get to that point smoother, as long as your goal is not to misrepresent people, or because the goal should always to be funny. That's the most important thing. And I think that's why a lot of people are missing, like they're missing the goalposts. And a lot of these like big comedy scenes that you're seeing aren't really working as well as they used to. I have my grand entrance. It is I don't need sleep. It's me. I've made my grand performance. I don't need sleep? Wait a minute. I don't need sleep, but your name's not I don't need sleep. Oh my goodness. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. I think this can't be. Oh, he might have left, but it looks like one of the guys that's been hopping into my lives a lot on YouTube was here, and I didn't realize I had the screen scroll where I couldn't see the messages on YouTube. My bad. Please come back. I didn't forget about you. Anyway, yeah. So that's a big part of what makes comedy special. And I remember too, because I've had a lot of friends who will tell me, "Oh, I want to start doing stand up," and then it just it makes me think about how long I've been doing it, because I've been doing comedy for 12 years, somewhere between 12 and 13. I thought that I started in 2014, but one of my friends said that she's got a video of me doing it in 2013. So I've done comedy longer than I think I have. But the point I'm making is that like comedy is a very unique art in that authenticity is a benefit here, where it isn't in other ones. And that's why I think people gotta be real careful, because if we're not careful, that authenticity, people aren't gonna get it. I think that's a lot of why AI is a problem for art. I made this point on one of my videos that I'm gonna repost in a few days, just because I feel like it. Plus, I think I can maybe do some new editing to it, and it might make it work better if I throw some clips. But anyway, I'll make this point and then we'll move on. But because I think about the fact that one of the things that makes AI in the discussion of art challenging is that as artists, we create something for people who do not know how the sausage gets made, and that's half of the magic. So a big part of why people like movies is because you don't see the cameraman and you just experience the story that's being told. And because of that, there's a level of separation between the creators of art and the audience for it, especially the casual audience. The casual audience for all this art, they don't really know how this sausage gets made. So they're like, well, does it really matter how I get the how I make the graphics for this graphic novel? Yes. But it's going to be difficult for someone to understand if they're not a graphic designer. So there's just that inherent separation between understanding. Getting back to comedy specifically, comedy is beautiful because of that. Comedy is beautiful because it's an art form where authenticity is a benefit. But, and this is why I brought that up, how long I've been doing comedy. I got sidetracked. I was hanging out with one of my old buddies when I was visiting Phoenix, back when I hadn't moved there yet, so I wasn't living there yet. And what was it? We were walking around. It's fine. I don't drink, but my friends do. So they was getting their sip on. We was all hanging out, and one of my buddies said, I remember he said, "Oh man, I want to do stand up, but I'm never gonna tell the same. But I'm never gonna tell the same joke twice. I'm always gonna do new jokes." And that was so interesting to me because I think that is the first lesson that you learn as a practitioner of the craft of comedy. The first lesson that you learn is that you don't want to do new jokes all the time. You want to do the same jokes over and over and get those jokes really strong so they're working in clubs. Then do another 5 minutes, then do another 5 minutes. Like the goal isn't to get up on stage and just do it. The goal is to have it prepared. And you can't do that if you're doing different jokes every time. I think that I've never done magic, I've never done card tricks, but I assume, here is my first thing, I would guess, if you talk to Chris Angel Mind Freak, if you talk to David Blaine, if you talk to people that do magic, they do illusions, excuse me, I'm willing to guess, my hypothesis, and if you guys know Penn and Teller, ask them what they think, because I think the first thing you have to learn as a person who wants to do magic tricks is that it actually isn't magic. As long as you think card tricks are actual supernatural energy manipulation, right? As long as you think that it's actually magic, you're never going to be able to get good at it. The first thing you got to learn is, oh, it's not actually magic, it's something else. And that is what separates the magician from the audience in a mental sense, right? The practitioner of the craft. And I think that's an important point because you want to keep in mind this thing where, like I was saying before, and one of my favorite phrases that I've been saying, we were saying it when we first started doing the Laforatory sessions. I don't know if y'all remember what it is. If you do, type it in the chats what that phrase is. It's supposed to be magic for them, math for us. As practitioners of the craft, we are the ones who are supposed to know how the sausage gets made. The audience isn't. Just like with a card trick, the reason the audience loves it is because they don't know how the trick is done, but they love the show. And that's where comedy technique becomes important, because it's all about being able to tell great jokes and have it feel like this was the first time you ever said it. I probably said this story before. Oh, I know I did, so I'll skip through it. But there's a brother out here, at least I think he's out here. His name is John Mann, and the first time I ever saw him, he looked like a homeless dude just doing comedy at this showcase. But he went on for like 30 minutes, and halfway through his set, I realized this is a samurai. Because he was so good that he had me fooled. Somebody who knew what I was doing. I'm a samurai too, right? I'm not no amateur. By that point, I'd already been doing comedy for over 5 years. So I knew what to look for. Even with that in mind, this dude was so good, he had me fooled into thinking he was a regular person. That's what you want to go for. You want the audience to feel, you want the audience to think, I can do comedy. I'm going to get up there and do different jokes every day. That means your stuff was so, your stuff felt so in the moment that he didn't think you wrote jokes. That the audience, they didn't think you wrote jokes. All while you had prepared it. You'd worked on this, you knew it, you've developed these jokes, and yet had done it in such a smooth way that the audience thinks you're just up there yapping. But not in the sense that it's annoying. They think it's coming from the heart. When truthfully, it's coming from the head. Pause. And you always want your head game to be strong. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was funny. Anyway, guys, let's lock back in. Let's lock back in, even though we didn't really get locked out. I mean, I don't think I've locked in at all first. But here we go. Let's see. What are we going to do? Now, since I'm in Orlando, I'm going to go out and hit some open mics tonight. I'm going to go to my favorite open mic tonight, which is a secret. It's a secret one I don't tell other comics about. I've only mentioned it to like maybe one other comedian. But I'm going to drop it when I get big and famous. You know, when I get on America's Got Talent or something and I'm hitting big time. I'm hitting big time. I'm going to talk about it. But it also goes into my biggest, I think my secret for people that want to do comedy. If anybody here does want to get into stand-up comedy, let me know. Mention it in here and I'll say that piece. I'll say what I think is one of the most important bits of advice I give to people that are new. I will say this. I'll make this quick just so I maybe get some clips. I don't even know if I want to clip this though. I feel so ugly, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this looked good. My hair's not long enough for me to hair tie it all back. So I just had to hair tie the side that was the most. I didn't pull those back. And even then, we still got a Rogue One over here. We got a Star Wars Rogue One. Anyway, what do we got going on? Now, I'm checking the... Dang. See, I hate when this happens. I hate when I miss people in the chat. He was one of my old heads, too. So that's not important. I'm just like, I wish I saw. Oh, Ranger. Hey, I got a question. Anybody that's in Orlando? I feel like the algorithm only showed my stuff to some of my Orlando people when I got here. And that was like, what? Because when I landed, I had an artist that I know, I think she's a metal singer. I know she's a singer, incredibly talented. Her name is Mecca. I saw that I got like a notification that Mecca liked one of my videos and then commented on it. But it had been posted like a week ago. And it just so happened to be when I got here. So I'm like, wait a minute. Are you not showing my stuff to people unless I'm here? That's dirty. Don't do me like that with your raggedy ass. Quick plugs. I'm pulled some strings, so I am going to be performing. I am going to be performing at the Funny Bone Comedy Club in Point Orlando. Point Orlando on iDrive. Orlando, I love you, Orlando. Anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be cool. If you want to come out to that, shoot me a message. I'll see if I can get you some comp tickets. I feel like these lights is giving me a headache. So what are we gonna do though? Holler at your boy. That is the question. Thanks for letting me yap. I'm recording, but I don't think I'm gonna keep any of this so far. I'm just telling myself that because I need the space on my computadore. Yeah, sorry, that's all Silk Song stuff. My bad, team. My bad. Forgive me. Will you forgive a brother? I'm all chunched out. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on some jokes. I mentioned they had some jokes about therapy. that I wanted to do. Well, I've done them. I've done them a few times, but now I think it's time we get a little bit deeper in them. There's more I want to do about them. Chronic Guru. Hee. I just realized in my big notebook I have it written down. Stuff from the last time I was there. Therapy. December 2nd. Wait a minute, what the heck? Okay, nothing off it. Let me see. Okay. Anyway, I remember this. This is so what I have here in the notebook. I'm drinking rum and Red Bull. That song is stuck in my head so bad sometimes. If you look at the bottom, you'll see I have. Bam, that's when I did this from the first time I did the therapy jokes. I went to this open mic back in Phoenix, place called Rose Bowl, I think. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I need to get maybe a fan for this because my computer gets so loud when I stream and it scares me. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. It makes me uncomfortable. I can see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Maybe. Sorry. Now let's see. So first off, let's write the concepts out for this. Alrighty. Here's what we're gonna do. Will y'all work with it, bro, real quick? Hold on. I see some ladies tonight. Baby. Got a gun up in your waist. Please don't shoot up the place. Ooh, wait a minute, guys. We might have some next level. We might have some next level bull right here. Dang it. See, this is why I don't actually really like these. The spring-loaded ones, to me, are crazy. I'm so worried I'm going to break the thing. I'm going to break my phone. Okay, here we go. Oh! But this one might be a little too weak. Hold on. Ding dong. Ding 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 dong. Ding dong. Ding 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 dong. Don't worry, we're gonna make this work, even if it's just for next time. Okay, I will tell you this part of the problem here is that this desk I'm on is way too small. Okay, this actually doesn't need to be here. That's just to help me see that stuff. I want this to be here because it should be over the notebook. But the problem is I'm using the camera from that, so that makes this a little bit challenging. If you're here, hang around. We're trying something new. All right, we're trying something new. Upgrade you, upgrade you. This might not be worth it. But now I really want to figure this out. Especially because I ain't got nobody in here anyway. So it's kind of like... This is pretty cool though, because I just realized this means I can dual camera. If I raise this, if I raise my computer, my notebook, let's move these lemon meringue M&Ms. Weird purchase. I got them with my grandma. We went to the store. I said, lemon meringue? I got enough white friends to know that's a pie. So, all right. More like lemon mabooty-rang. No, lemon... I was going to say boomerang. I don't know why I said mabooty in it. I don't know, guys. I don't know what just happened there. Hold on, let me see something. Okay, that right there, being here puts me straight in both of them, but I fit better on the other one. Sorry, you guys can't see my OBS, but right now I'm looking on my Instagram. I'm like smack dab in the middle. I'm like really good, and then on my YouTube one, it is cropped a little bit different, so it's lopsided, but it's not too bad. Too many things going on. And you know what? I'm just going to call it. No, I'm not going to call it quits, but I know this is tough too because this table I'm using is really tiny. And if I had more space, I'd be able to set the camera up like this. But even then, this is going to take some finagling with. This is really confusing for me. Hold on. Let me double check, make sure nobody's here. Anybody here? Nope. Nope. Yeah, we got 1 and 1. I'm pretty sure I'm both of those ones. This is where this needs to be, so that it's over my shoulder and over the book. Like this, it has to be directly on the book, which means I can't write. This little tripod is cute, but it doesn't have a... Let's see. You can't really do the same angle with any other orientation of the rag. Nah, this is not gonna work. Unless I could get it like this. This is really not the best idea. My phone is like furious right now. This is so weird because my phone is sideways, but over here it's upside down. So there's a weird, it's not just mirrored. It's mirrored and flipped. Here we go. Give me a second. This don't really... Curiosity e Kilicate. Curiosity el Kilico. The Cato. The Gato. El Gato. If you feel me. I can't rotate it. Ooh, did that work? Holy heck, that worked. Sweet. Thanks for your patience, everybody. I had to run a little game. Had to run a little game, but look at that. Look at that. Now we got. Cool. Who's here? Horatio. Horatio, what's happening to her? Horatio, I don't know if you'd go by Hor. Or is it Horatio? So it'd be Hor for short? I don't know. I don't feel like you would want to be called that. Either way, it's the thought that counts, good buddy. Nice. Look at this. Okay, so we're learning. We're learning. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to stream again, but I'm going to try to stream, because this is pretty cool. Now, if my calculations are correct, and y'all let me know if I'm wrong, I should be able to write, excuse me, and y'all can see what I'm writing. Look at that. I feel like it'd be better if my angle was maybe from back here, perhaps, or from up this angle, looking where I'm right. This won't work. I got too much crap in the way. This is the best I can do. Oh, come on. Quit wiggling, bro. You wasn't wiggling earlier with your raggedy ass. Sorry, I'm talking on my phone. Not even my main phone, my old phone. I don't know why it's acting a fool like that either. Let's look. We got Horatio. We got... Man. Okay. Be for a wee bit longer. A wee bit longer. I'm just looking. Make sure I'm not missing anything important. Okay. Looks like I'm not. Wink. Wink. I'm honestly really happy about this, and this makes it almost worth it. There isn't really a way to... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, that spaces it out. Should be a little bit sturdier, but my phone is a little too heavy for this, John. But we go up there like that. Look at that. Now y'all can really see what I'm writing. So as y'all can see, I already got some notes for therapy. Therapy. I'm honestly really happy about this, and this makes it almost worth it. There isn't really a way to... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So I'm just looking at the... Yeah, that spaces it out. Nice. And this way I got more room for... Sturdier, but my phone is a little too heavy for this job. Oh, Amanda just tried to call me. But we go up there like that. Look at that. Now y'all can really see what I'm writing. So as y'all can see, I already got some notes for therapy. Therapy. I'm also really happy about this, and this makes it almost worth it. Okay, so y'all can hear what I'm doing. I need a steadier tripod because this one's going to want to fall when I'm not thinking about it. Yeah, that spaces it out. Nice, and this way I got more room for... Well, man, they just got to come. But go up there like that. Look at that. Now y'all can really see what I'm doing. So as y'all can see, I already got some notes for... Hold on, give me a second. Y'all can hear what I'm doing. I gotta turn that back off so it does not distract an eyes. Here we go. Now, moving this charge cord around. Why, Hannibal, why would you do such a thing? That's because with where my phone is right now, I can tell it's waiting to fall forward, and then it's gonna fall forward and knock all my crap off. I'm trying to create a little buffer so if something falls, the cord will stop it from going over like a tree, and then I'll be able to give me just an extra second to makes me think of the Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. Used to just high punch. Those first two fights, you duck and they just. And then you just uppercut. Then I think it's like that third fight where they actually start throwing hands. Anyway, let's get up in here. I dropped my pencil. Happy birthday, my friend. One more year upon them. Live the life. Give thanks for life. Next year doing it again. Here we go. Nice. Nice in the club. Oh, nice. I think if I put that down there. Yeah, you got some more neck. Oh, sorry. The higher I make it, the less sturdy it becomes. Damn you, physics! Damn you! Anyway. Look, I know the cord's in the way. Don't stress it too much. Alright, don't stress it too much. Not much I can do about that today. But if there's one thing about me, oh, I'm gonna try to make my stream perfect, even if it makes me look like a loser. I'm gonna make my stream look real good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really happy that I figured out how to do the right cam, which is which might change some stuff when I go home. At least for my comedy streams, right? My comedy streams, I might start doing like this because I'm using my MacBook's FaceTime camera, which is surprisingly good. I didn't think this thing was gonna look this good. And then that way I can use my phone. I was hoping to not need to use my phone at all. But you win some, you lose some. So, but at least this way, we can do it like this. So come on. First thing, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go just like this. Let's write the big word for our topic. Topic is therapy. I know y'all heard me go, therapy. Anybody know who that's from? Anybody? Go ahead and drop it in the chats if you know. I know who I'm referencing with that, but I can't think of his name right now. So if you can describe the person, we'll accept that as well. Okay? We will accept that as well. Let's return to our work. Yes. There we go. Ooh, that's good. Nice. Now we're right in the middle. I gotta write from up here so I don't get all the way too low like I'm snorting some. Oh yeah, comedy. No, okay. Comedy. It's funny. I had a conversation with a buddy of mine, Derek Luna, one of the hosts for the World Series of Comedy, and he talks. It's funny because he talks about comedy like it's a girl you're in love with. He goes, "Oh, comedy, oh, comedy. You know, you're never good to us, but we love you. We keep coming back." Anyway, here we go. Derek Luna's one of the people who just made me love comedy. He's a real road dog, man. That's a true road dog. So here's what we're gonna do, because we're just approaching. We're just attacking it right now. Is there better techniques to write? Yes, and I would love to hear what. Let me see. I doubt I can tag people. Can you tag people in the story? Let me see. I'm trying something. Hmm. No, I can't tag nobody. I guess that makes sense that I can't tag nobody. Whatever. No, I look. You want to try this. Hold on. Oh, joke doctor. That's what it is. Follow. It's just joke doctor. That makes way more sense. Dude, I tell you what, stock in the name Jerry so bad right now. Jerry, Jeffrey, it's too close. And I feel big bad for all our J names out here. God bless them. Look out for all you J named homies. They need you right now. I need you right now. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so I just commented and added Jerry Corley to this. I doubt he'll pull through. Not pull up. Yeah, that's a busy dude. He's actually he's actually like the guy that got me into comedy technique. I always loved it. You know, I love comedy technique. Let me know if my live ended because I just refreshed the page. I just wanted to look. I'm gonna be mad if it killed my live. Okay, there we go. We back. I was gonna say, I want to have it up here if, hey, because my live acting a little goofy. Okay, so now, all right, this is a little annoying. There we go. Oh, no, it's still not showing on my computer, but that's fine. This way I can still see what's going on over here. I can close Twitch because I'm not streaming on Twitch, actually. So, I know there's techniques to write. If Jerry Corley gets in here, we'll talk to him about it, okay? If he comes in, I will definitely make a fit about that. Boy, I will flip my lid. Can I tag him? Oh, no. No, okay, can't tag him. But I guess other people can tag folk. Ow. Excuse me. Event log. Broadcast was started. 30 frames. Okay, here we go. Now, these are the jokes I have so far, and I'm just going to put the punchlines. First one is, or kind of, these are just the bullet points for them. I got the joke with my cousin. Then I have, I got my RuPaul joke. Then I have, breakthrough, and then it's Dr. Jim. Now I'm trying to think, man, what are some things about Now this is okay. This is a good idea for a joke because I'm just thinking about it, right? Uh, and this is an interesting premise I could work off of. Going to therapy is a lot like doing drugs. Now, here is where you use something called the listing technique. Jerry Corley talks about that a lot. It's a technique where you take two dissimilar ideas and you just list out everything you know about them, and then you find the comparisons. Right? I don't have a lot of practice with the listing technique, so I guess what do you say? What do y'all say we do a little bit of it, huh? What do you say we try it? So here's what we do. Oh, I got rid of Twitch. I can move this over, and I can move YouTube over. If you think we should do the listing technique, say yeah, or say nothing. Okay, here we go. Now, this is what you do. Oh man, this is cool. I wish people were here. But this is actually really cool what I'm about to do, because now we can actually do this together. So we're gonna come over here. Those are just the jokes that we already have. But we're gonna do like this. Okay, we're gonna put therapy. I'm gonna put a line. Drugs. Okay. Now, what are some things we know about therapy? It's expensive. Drugs are also expensive. What's something we know about? Okay, therapy. You get expensive. You also get it through health insurance. No insurance. Here we go. I know we don't got a lot of room, but stick with me. Play around. Damn, be cool. Be cool, nigga. Shit. All right. Sorry, I'm just messing around. So here we go. Ooh, can't wait to get back on. Low key, honestly I don't want to go back. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's stay focused. What do we know? I'm going to the Perfect Open Mic tonight to run this. This material would do really well at the Austin's mic. Anyway, health insurance. You can't get through health insurance. What do we know about therapy? You do it in groups. You can do it in groups or alone. Yeah, well, I mean, okay. You can do drugs alone. You can't really do therapy alone because you're talking to somebody. Now, the first thing you're supposed to do, you're not supposed to try to make jokes right now. The key is to just list stuff out. My brain is already grabbing at some because there's one right there. Imagine if you couldn't do drugs unless you had a licensed person there with you and guiding you through it. It was like, so how do you feel when you snort that coke? Like, try this. Have you ever thought about it this way? So somebody write that down because we're going to use that. Oh, also, I was talking to a buddy. I'm going to just write this down over here so I don't forget it. It was let me have this one. It was a line of, I was out joshing with a buddy of mine, and I came up with a joke. I was just riffing something, and it was so funny. He said, "You got to do that on stage." And this is a line he says a lot. Now, I don't think he says it a lot on stage, but in our conversations, he says it a lot. Let me have this one. And so I said, if I can use that line, I can make that joke. Anyway, I just didn't want to forget that line. I'll do that one. I'll do that one today. Anyway, come on. So there's a joke there. There's the licensed practitioner. Okay, here we go. Come on. Lock back in, lock back in, lock back in. What do we know? Listing technique. What do we know about therapy? People go to school for it. People go to school for it. People go to school to get it. Okay, there's one. I should write that down to the side. Let's see. People do it in groups. They do it alone. There isn't a uniform. And I guess it's okay if we don't have a lot. Man, okay, I don't want to get too excited. No, maybe let me just get excited. Because I'm already realizing this is helping me out. I don't write jokes enough. But my brain getting these out, I'm already going, ooh, we got some good ones, where we can go. Imagine if you could get crack on your health insurance. You can do that with, okay, let's see. Let's see, you go to school to get it. Groups, you do it alone. Okay, I already have a joke for this, but I don't do it very often. I think this will work at this open mic I'll go to tonight. But okay, I think this will work at the mic tonight. Here we go, school. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just wrote that through. Can y'all see that? Yeah, I just wrote that one through because it connects both, and I don't have enough space because of how I drew this. Let's see. Get other people to do it. People share experiences. Is that one? People share experiences. I have book clubs. Okay. Well, let's call it with that list and let's see what we can come up with. All right. Just from the few that we have right now. Move this cord this way because I don't want to get bent up. And I just realized I can use that cord to hold the other. Literally perfect for this side of the book. I really don't want to move this. I think I might have to. Baboni. Darn it. I don't think it's going to work, team. There's one way this might work. Now, this is sideways. You can't just rotate this. Oh my goodness. Okay, good. That's locked. Good. It looks like the only one that can be moved. Darn it. I'm not sure why this thing is not sitting still. It's literally not sitting on the ground in some spots because of the legs. The middle part up. Nah, I think this is about as good as I'll be able to get it. And not even this. I think the other way would have been gooder. No. And this will flip it this way. Oof, that's awful. Hold on, team. Don't give up on me yet, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I know my computer's so confused, though. The way this is. Okay, good. Just making sure my other one's not toe up. All right. So let's see. Let's go back here. First of all, let's check, see who we got in here. We got London on the track. Who's here? All right. We got London on the track. It's weird that this isn't just upside down. That's what makes it strange to me. Sorry, it is my brain is freaking out because I'm like, this should be easy. I look at the way my phone is set up. Sit your ass down. So strange. This is just so weird because it's not even the angle that I'm at. Anyway, let's bigginize it. Stop doing that. Alrighty, let's come back over here and check a Mundi. Alright, let's see. Let's just get some. Therapy is a lot like doing drugs. Because they're expensive. Okay. Because they're expensive. Going to therapy is a lot like doing drugs. Because, I mean, they're really expensive. It's really expensive. And not everybody selling it has the good stuff. Everybody doesn't have that good stuff. Everybody don't have the good stuff. Everybody don't have the good stuff. Like, you go to one person and get crack, and then you go to another person to get cocaine. But I have to be careful because I don't know a lot about drugs. But I do know a lot about therapy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. K Moose. That's Yerb. Yerb in here. Please don't tell me you left Yerb. We're actually working on comedy, writing jokes. Dang it. I've lost my juice. I used to be so much more flagrant with this, so I'm a little bit. I've done missed so many people hopping in here, coming back in their gown. Anyway, here we go. Therapy's a lot like doing drugs because they're expensive, and it's not all. And everybody doesn't have the good stuff. They have group therapy. People do it in groups. Sometimes it's better in groups. Puff, puff, pass. It doesn't hit the same. Sometimes it's better in groups. Okay, my brain's already thinking ahead because I think we could do the differences first, then the similarities, because then that'll allow us to go into the you try to get other people to do it punchline, which I already have a joke premise, which I already have a punchline for, which would be therapy is healthy people's one piece, because once they start, oh boy, all they want to do is get you starting too. Oh my goodness. Don't tell us, bro, dude, I'm telling you, you gotta go, dude. You gotta start. Oh my God, you gotta start, dude. It's gonna take forever for it to get good. It's gonna take like 500 times before it gets good. So you'll have to sit there like 500 times before it gets good. But once it gets good, it gets good. That's gonna do well. I really like that joke. I do think it is a little niche. Like it's a little too niche, but that's a joke I need to do somewhere where it will absolutely kill, and then when I post that on the internet, it will make waves. But I have to find a night that it will do well. I think it'll do well at one of the poetry mics. I think it'll do really well there. I just found out one of my boys has a Thursday night show that he does out here. And I'm like, oh, where all the poets are going to be. Boy, I would crash that. I'll bust up in that. Yeah! I'll bust up in the court like I did that. But I'm already booked on the show. So I'm like, oh, shucks. I got to go make some money. Yarp. Anyway, shook my head a little bit. Concussed. Anyway, let's get back over to here. Let's see if we got anyone in here. Ooh, David, what's happening? My Instagram is not showing me when y'all are coming in here, so I promise that I care. If I'm not mentioning you when you get here, I promise I care. Here we go. Sometimes it's better in groups. My thing is, my brain tells me I need an act out for that. You know, lots of people do one-liners. I would do a one-liner then act it out. Um, and okay, there's another similarity, which is that there are a lot of similarities. There's a lot of differences too. I just thought of a difference. I need a way to mark differences. If I'm going to write it over here, let me know if y'all can see that. I don't think you can. I'm going to just jot this down. So I'm thinking about there's no commercials. Well, that's more for medication. And that's a different comparison. Pharmaceutical drugs to whatever. But no, there's commercials for therapy. So I think, because I'm already thinking, then you do a bit that's about commercials for drugs. And that one I really like, but it feels a little low hangy. It feels like something people have probably done before. Like a commercial for meth. I like the idea, but I do think we could do better. But I am going to write that down because I think it's fun. We'll just put this down because we're just trying to jot ideas down right now. And that is, I try to convert others. People try to get other people in, and I just realized I think there's some jokes that if I can put these around better, I think my gym joke can actually connect to the One Piece punchline because it's like the similar thing, or I think maybe I do it the other way, right? I could do the this is when it gets to writing. This is when it gets to math. But let me see, because okay, there's a way I can connect these all together. I can feel it. I'm not 100% sure how to do it yet, but I can feel it, and I can feel it's gonna be good if I do. Okay, they try to get other people started. Okay. Huh. They both have a no. That's porn, not drugs. Because I was gonna say they both use a couch, but that's not drugs. That's a different thing. Ooh. Okay, I twisted, but that didn't feel right. Oh. Oh. Alrighty, then let's see, because I do kind of want to leave soon. Excuse me. Oh, I got clothes in the washer. No. I put clothes in the washer early today. Them things probably gross by now. Shoot. Dang. Because I was just about to go, oh, I wonder where this shirt is. It's in there. Ugh. Okay. I might have to run that again. F word, but it'll take too long. Okay. Let's just lock in back over here. They try to convert other people. Oh man. I just realized this connects to an old joke that I have. It's the punchline for my Walmart stuff. Crack PM. That connects with the commercial. I mean, they don't make commercials for. I've seen commercials for therapy, but I haven't seen any commercials for drugs. Right? Still want to get high, but you still want to catch some sleep. Crack PM. Anyway, okay, they try. Why did I spell try like that? That's weird. I spelled try with an E. Try to convert other people. No, let's see. Okay, that's all right. Differences. Okay, differences. You can't use insurance. You can't really do therapy alone. And if you can, you need more. If you're talking to yourself, especially like that. You can't do therapy on your own. You can't do therapy on your own. You have to go to school. You go to school to learn therapy. You go to school to buy drugs. Okay, that might be a similarity. That might be how you can connect school. You know, you go to school for both of them. You go to school for both of them, right? You go to school to learn. You go to school to get licensed for therapy. And you go to school to buy drugs. It's what? I went to Valencia, all right? That was part of the finance major. I actually really like that one. I might put a star next to that. But I think that would go over in the comparisons. Here's a difference. They don't have Yelp reviews for dealers. No Yelp for dealers. No Yelp for dealers. Maybe there should. See, these are really good jokes. I like these. I like where they're going. This is why it's also fun to write with other people. Because I don't do drugs, it feels a little weird. Kinda. Not like I feel fake. But it's like, man, this would be to write this with somebody who knows drugs would be really good. This is actually crazy because I feel like I've probably doubled my joke output with these right here. This is probably the most I've ever actually like jokes out in one sesh right now because of that. Because if I keep it a buck, they're not all supposed to be hitters, and it's not about killing every time. It's about committing to the bit and figuring out what works. But we're literally looking at on this page right now is 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's like maybe 6 to 8 different concepts for jokes just on this page. That's wild. I don't normally do that. I don't normally do this kind of writing. Um, but this is actually really banging. It's actually really gangster. I just realized I could have did this on the. Oh, it's not showing for the YouTube. I just realized. Yeah, I just realized it's not showing for the YouTube. Oops, sorry guys. I'm gonna wrap anyway soon, but now I realize I needed to add it to the over here as well. Could I? I can add it quick. Hold on. Oh, it's not even about adding it. It literally was here the whole time. It was just blinded. It was off. I want to put the phone camera above the Mac camera. Hold on. I want to put Mac camera. YouTube, I can do this. I forgot. I can put me over here. Then I can put the phone camera over here. I'll have to. Okay, so that does it like that. Is there. Hold on, I think I can. If I do it like this, maybe? Command F. Command Z. I need this to. Sorry, give me a second. I'm just thinking because I need this to turn this way. I don't think I can do that. I can flip it. I'm trying to see if I flip it like this, then flip it like this. I don't think that'll work. No, it's not working. It's not working. I wish there was a rotate. Oh, there is a rotate! Gosh darn it. I wish I knew there was a rotate option on this dang thing. Is there a rotate option on this one? Okay, there isn't a rotate option on the... Unless that's it. Hold on. Sorry, okay. So I figured it out. There's not an option to rotate it. There's not an option to rotate it on the Instagram. But there is an option to rotate. Ugh, this is getting weird though. There is an option to rotate it on the YouTube for a bunch of streamy reasons. And I can tell my computer is not happy with me. Hold on. Oof. It's all confused now. Sorry, I get that this is ugly. We're learning, we're trying new things, alright? The good news is we're going to be able to use these techniques next time. They're going to be way better, much more gooder. Am I right? Okay. So let's go through here. And here's what can connect. So my two biggest act outs are going to be this when they try to convert people. There was another thing that I said was a connector. Oh, the gym. Therapy is like the gym. Oh, but that's compare. Oh, but that's just a therapy joke, which is gym and the doctor. That's a separate therapy joke. So that won't fit in here. Oh, and you know what? That's what makes sense. I would do the convert. I got to decide where I do those. People do therapy because it's like blah, 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 blah. Okay, so before we go, and we will go, what do you say we kind of write out some of these jokes and see what we've got? With the premises, with the premises that we have. I don't think I can make this not blurry, and I'm sorry. I think it's going to make stuff feel a little... It makes it less blurry, but... whatever. We're learning. Try and big and eyes. All right, whatever. So let's try these jokes. Let's try to write these out. So therapy is a lot like drugs. Okay, therapy's a lot like doing drugs because sometimes they're better in groups. They're better in groups, right? Plus, puff puff pass doesn't really work if you got no one else to pass to. You're either a narcissist or you really need therapy. And I would say that a narcissist needs therapy. Because they're better in groups. Um, and they're so expensive. In this economy, we need to... hold on, my brain's working on something. In this economy, you should be able to get crack off your health insurance. In this economy, Blue Cross. Yeah, crack should be covered by Blue Cross. I mean, crack should come with Blue Cross. In this economy, man, how hard people are working. Okay, that's a good one. It's so expensive because, like, in this economy, Blue Cross Blue Shield should be covering crack. Look, man, it's not good for you, but everyone deserves affordable. You know. Let's see. So that one's not bad. Sometimes they're better in groups. And the biggest one So, okay, the best joke that I have in here, I think, is this one. And this is why I think the likes should come second. Because I think it can all culminate to this joke, which is that wait, there is a oh there okay, there is a connecting joke in here. Cause I do a joke where I'm like, now that I've done therapy for a while, I'm scared to stop. I'm scared I'm addicted. Like I'll be 6 weeks out of doing therapy and I'll be like, oh man, come on, dude, I'll suck your meat if you ask me what happened when my dad left. Like, um, that's like pretty much the premise of the punchline of that joke. That is a good joke because it combines both. Hey, Carson, what? And of course, my freaking did not tell me. I didn't see that you were here. Great. Throw out 3 Hays. All right, here we go. So that's a joke that connects the two. Therapy is like therapy's like One Piece. Start. You gotta get everybody else to do it. Then there's a bunch of, similar lines. Oh man, you gotta start. You haven't started, you gotta start. People talk about therapy the way people talk about One Piece. Might be better. Um, you know what I might try to do? Excuse me. What I might try to do is, um, if I go up tonight and I do these, I'll try to actually put the clips together. That I think would be cool. Dang it. Working on these jokes and then getting to show the work. Damn it. That was my old phone. It's fine, but frustrating. So overwhelmed. There's too much crap out here right now. But it should be covered by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Just write all the jokes out, I guess. Um, Difference is though. Oh, and you go to school for both of them. Yeah, you go to school for both of them is another similarity. You go to school for both. You go to get licensed for therapy. You go to get licensed for therapy, and you go to buy drugs. What? Y'all didn't go to Valencia? What? Nobody went to UCF? What? Nobody went to UCF? Perfect. Yeah, the thing is, and I'll figure these out because now this is great actually. This adds, man, at least 2 to 3 minutes to my therapy stuff. Now what I do is I'll take the jokes that I have for this topic and figure out how these jokes fit in there to tell a cohesive story. I already can kind of think it in my brain meat. The like, I started going to therapy. I do my joke about my cousin that turns out to be in prison. I do the joke about my friend who was like, "You're so brave." But then he got me RuPaul's Drag Race for my birthday. I don't think he knew what that meant. Like, he thought, I'm telling him I'm making life choices. He thought I was coming out. But at least he was supportive. But hey, at least he was woke. He's like, "Yo, guys, guess what? Me and Hannibal, we gonna go get our nails painted." All right. Like, all right. I like that. I think that's a fun angle for that joke. It's like, yeah, I mean, then he got me RuPaul's Drag Race. He didn't know what that meant, but at least he was woke. Hey, a winner's a winner. So yeah, I've got that. I got the joke about my cousin. I got the joke about my friend. Then I do. He's about to die on me. Okay, then I do the joke about. I have them written down. Then I do the joke about a breakthrough, and then I have the doctor versus the gym. So what I would do is, I think I could do those because those are about me. Maybe I do those. Then I do the jokes comparing the two. Then I do the jokes about comparing and contrasting therapy and drugs. And then the punchline to all of it is the One Piece joke. Now, I really like that One Piece joke, but what's really in here that's like the best thing I have, I like my joke where I say therapy is like the gym, not the doctor. Because you go to the doctor when something's broken. You go to the gym to make sure things don't break. You go to the doctor when something is broken. You can't do that with therapy. Like, you can't go there after the break. You can't be halfway through your second mass murder talking, "I think I did a little too much. I think I need a friend." I like that one. I think that's a great. Maybe. I personally, I think that one and the One Piece one are like the same level. The only problem is the One Piece one requires that you know what I'm talking about. Not only do you have to know what One Piece is, you have to be familiar with the fact that One Piece fans are always trying to get people to start. So it's not as universal as the other one. And that's why I think those are jokes. Well, first of all, and I think that is like the pro and con. If you're in a room where that One Piece joke is going to work, it'll be the best joke you do because it connects so well with the niche of the audience that gets it. The first time I did that joke, there was a dude in the audience that had a Luffy tattoo on his arm. So of course he's going to love that joke. It connects with him on a deep level. But if someone is not familiar with One Piece, it won't land at all. So that's kind of the thing. That's why I really want to perform at one of the MegaCons or Comic-Con or something, because that One Piece joke I think will absolutely eat. That joke will eat. That's part of why I'm going to do it tonight, because I'm pretty sure if I do it tonight, it'll do super, super well. And it'll do well enough that I can clip it and I can post it. And I think it'll do better on the internet than it'll do on stage, to be honest with you. But anyway, guys, thanks for rolling with your boy tonight. We are going to call it because I'm going to go hit the city. It's 7:30. I didn't know it was 7:30. I thought it was like 7:13. It's upside down. Anyway, thanks, man. Look at this. We worked on some jokes. We actually used the listing technique, an ancient writing technique I never actually use. Not because it's not any good, but because I don't work hard enough on the craft in the book section. I need to go harder in the paint. And I'm really happy we got to do that together today. And then on top of that, we wrote out some stuff that really, when you break it down, that's a lot of meat. That's a lot of meat. I could probably, especially with all those jokes being solidified together and smoothed out, I can get up on stage and only do stuff about therapy. That's got to be 5 minutes. Somewhere between 5 and 7 minutes right there. That's what you want. I do want to start next time. We're going to run my dad home. I don't want to, but spoilers. The reason I'm in town, Pops had to have a heart surgery. Everything went well, but I'm trying to work on jokes about that. Everything went good, but just like what that was like. Because spoilers, well, not spoilers, but part of it was his heart surgeon was a black guy, and we were all super excited. Jokes about that, blah, 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 blah. But trying to work on those. I just got to get myself to do that. But anyway, thanks for spending time with your boy tonight. If you're in Orlando, come out to the Funny Bone this Thursday. I'm going to be featuring, all right? I'm going to be on the main stage featuring this Thursday, which is tomorrow. So I want to see y'all there, all right? Quit playing with me. And if you want to hang out, DM me. I'm going to be here till about maybe Monday or Tuesday. So, DM me, boy. Peace.